What's up, veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another episode review. And today we are reviewing The Last of Us episode 3. Long time. I almost said ago. Let's go ahead and read the synopsis for the episode here. When a stranger approaches his compound, survivalist Ben forges an unlikely connection. Later, Joel and Ellie seek Bill's guidance. So this episode is one that definitely changes a lot from the actual game. And it is really interesting the way it goes about it. And because the majority of this episode, like, you do get Ellie and Joel stuff in this episode, but the majority of the episode is the Bill and Frank stuff. This and and there's some, I don't want to give away too much for this episode because, though, in the game, if you've played the game, Frank is more just mentioned, and you find out what happens to him and everything. But here, like, you actually get to see Frank, and it also changes Bill, what winds up happening with Bill in contrast to what happens with Bill in the game. It's very different and very interesting the way they do it. And it's just interesting to see, like, a kind of something a little different, because it does feel different from the rest of the episodes, because obviously there's like this, we're following a new character, and obviously for anyone who's not played the game, I wonder how anyone was like, who's been watching this, is like, oh, why are we just cutting to this all of a sudden? I'm really curious what a lot of people think about that. The episode is done pretty well. It's the second longest episode. It adds a lot more to Bill's character and gives character to Frank. And definitely kind of changes their relationship a bit, because I think Frank and Bill kind of had a falling out in the game, according to a letter you find in the game. But I think they decided not to go that route this time around. It's different. It's definitely different, and it's interesting the way they go about handling this situation. And the actor that got to play Bill, I I can't say like he's like the best for Bill, because, like, after I recently played that part in the game recently again, it's like, I guess he kind of gets some of the, like, the reservedness of Bill's character, but definitely interesting, and it's overall just a nice episode. It's a little more of a laid back episode, more of a laid back watch. Even though there is crazy stuff that happens in this episode, and it really is. It's an emotional episode too. Like, it surprisingly it's emotional at points, and the fact that we even get to see it's in obviously flashback and everything, but we get to see Tess again. Obviously, it's in flashback, but I don't want to give away too much about the episode because it is really interesting, and I'm trying not to go too much into spoilers of the episodes. But it's really interesting the way they go about, and it's a welcome change because it is cool to know more about Bill and everything. Because in the game, you don't get much with Bill. Here, you get like a whole episode basically dedicated to him. And Frank is also an interesting character. He's a good balance for because, like, um Bill's like the sturdy, not gonna budge survivalist, and then, like, Frank is like, no, we gotta have friends and things like that, and get things, and that's how those two work together and everything. It's like, so they're kind of like button heads a lot, but they have a good understanding of each other as well. And we get to see actually when they first meet Joel and everything, and that's really interesting. But yeah, the stuff we get to see with Ellie and Joel in this episode, it's not as much. You don't get to see as much with Joey and L. Joey and L? Joey and L? Joel and Ellie. What the heck was that? You don't get to see it as much with them, but here Ellie gets like her iconic look from the game with the shirt and everything, like the red shirt she wears and everything. That most people know. They're like, oh yeah, that's what Ellie looks like, and it's definitely there's some interesting moments and there's some emotional moments there, and you can kind of see Ellie and Joel building up a little more of their relationship and going closer. Um, Overall, it's just a good episode. The chemistry with the characters are done well. If I have any criticism, is it does feel like it puts the overall story to a halt. I think it does do that, but besides that, I think that's my only criticism with the episode. I don't really have any other criticism, but I'd love to know what you guys think of this episode down in the comments. I'd be very curious what you guys think. On Rotten Tomatoes, they have it as a 98 on Rotten Tomatoes, which is really nice. This show was just getting overwhelmingly positive reviews, and um, as of recording, I'm pretty sure the new episode just came out, actually, as of recording this review. So I'm probably going to watch that right after I get done recording this review. It's kind of what I've been doing. I've watched the episode and then wait till the next episode comes out to review them. Yeah, but that's all I've got to say for this review, I think. I don't really know what else to really say about the episode. My overall thoughts are fairly I like the episode. They did a decent job of what they were trying to accomplish, and it does have a little bit of like I said, the main problem with the episode is it feels like it takes the main story to a halt. Um but it also reminds me The Walking Dead did that a lot, so but yeah, it was really cool to see these characters and them actually add a lot to it with Frank and everything, because like Frank is like the character you don't really see in the game, and that's really interesting for them to do. Um But that's really all I have to say for this review. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!